Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Chelsea have drawn their game against Everton at the Goodison Park. The game ends 0-0 and Chelsea have dropped 2 huge points while Everton gained one valuable point in their bid to stay in the Premier League. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. It was in the end it turned out to be quite a boring game. I'm not gonna lie. I just felt that I was watching the repeat of last week's Arsenal versus Everton game, if I'm being very honest with you, because Sean Dyche and Everton, they went with the same blueprint. They just they really did not change anything from last week's performance. It was basically the same: get behind the ball, all 10 behind the ball, defend like your lives depend on it, make it hard for Chelsea to just to score, try to frustrate them as much as possible, and they were able to do that. And the added factor for them was that they were at home this time, so that gave them extra incentive. The fans were with them, like the advantage was with them this week, in contrast to last week's game against Arsenal. And you can criticize all you want Sean Dyche's tactics, how he plays, and the way his a team steps into the ground. Like, you can feel that he doesn't like, they don't come out to win the games. They did not come out to win the game last weekend, and this week again they did not want to win the game. They basically just wanted a point. They did not want to lose at that game. And if you look at where they are and the teams that they are facing, in a way you can understand, but I don't know how long this can last. Everton, they are moving into a new stadium, they have new owners as well, so the question is going to be how long can Sean Dyche and this thinking of being a club that doesn't want to lose. Everton under Moyes, even though he was not that good, they used to play at interesting football, good football. They had a couple of different managers after him, and you always expect Everton to play good football, but under Daesh they have not playing that good football, and they are struggling. I understand that he was brought in to make sure that they don't get relegated, and he has done a good job at that. Like, you cannot say that he's not done that, but still you would expect Everton to show some sort of a fight, to win a game, but they are not doing that. Again today, they basically, as I said, they came for a draw and they got that. Chelsea, they I cannot last week, sorry, when Arsenal played, I said the same thing. Like, it was really hard for Arsenal to beat them, but I was overcritical at that time because, of course, it's my club and I want them to win against a team like Everton, especially at the Emirates. But Arsenal were not able to break them down, and Chelsea, it was the same thing. Like, they had about 65% of 70% possession. Chelsea had in that game. They created a number of chances. They should have win this game. But they were not able to break down Everton. The chances they created as well, like, they were not that much threatening. They did not really bother the Everton defense. They did not really bother Pickford that much. Like, most of the saves that he made, he would have made them anyway. Like, there was nothing spectacular done by Pickford or done by the Everton defense in way that you would say that, yeah, he had a really great performance. It was nothing like that. Like, Chelsea, unfortunately for them, like, even though the pressing from Chelsea was really good, like, they made it hard for Everton to have the ball, but the problem was when Chelsea had the ball, Everton really did not let them do anything with it. And it was a hard watch, to watch a game of football like that. It was a really hard game to watch in the end, but it ends 0-0, and there was nothing really in this game that we can talk about. Chelsea fans are going to be pissed off that the way that the game went by. I think if there was going to be one team that was going to score a goal, that would have been Chelsea, but they were just not able to do it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm not happy that Chelsea dropped the points, because as an Arsenal fan, of course, they are in the title race. You want your rivals to drop the points, and like, it happens. They have dropped 2 important huge points. They have given the chance for to Liverpool to get ahead of them. Will they be able to? That's a different question. But as of now, Liverpool have a good chance, to extend their lead at the top of the table. They are playing Spurs in about 30 minutes, so that game is going to be quite interesting as well. But on the day, I think Maresca would be quite disappointed that his team were not able to get over the line. They have been winning games left, right, and center, and I think it is almost after a month and a half that Chelsea have not won a game. which they have played. So that that is a different type of thing, to feel when you have been on such a good run, especially against a team that you are expected to win as well. So that is I think that's going to be one of the negative aspects of this game that Chelsea take away. The festive period is starting, so the games are going to come in thick and fast. Like this is today is Sunday, we are going to have next game on Thursday, and then so the games are going to come in thick and fast. So the players and the manager, they cannot linger on and linger their thoughts on this game for that much longer. They just have to prepare for the next game. But it is going to be quite interesting. I kept on saying that the title race is not over. I think for me, City are out of the title race, I will say right now. But for me, I think it's Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. I think the title race is literally between them, and I think it is gonna go right to the wire. City might come in, but I really don't think so. But after today's performance, I think Maresca might change a little bit. But to be very honest, like he cannot. I don't really blame Chelsea. That's the main thing. I understand that the fans are going to be pissed. Of course, Arsenal fans were pissed last weekend, so the Chelsea fans are going to be like that as well. Like we were, the way that they played that game, you expected them to go ahead and get the job done. It doesn't matter how much Everton tried to break the, to stop them to score, but you are Chelsea. You are expected to go there. You have these world class players all over you, and then you just have to win the game. But sometimes it doesn't happen, and you should so in a way understand the players as well. Like sometimes it doesn't click, and I think it was one of those days. As I said, I think if there was one team that was going to score a goal, it was going to be Chelsea, but it was just not their day. But what can you say? That is it. Like at the end of the day, it is 2 points draw for Chelsea, and they would just hope that somehow Spurs do them a favor and Liverpool don't win the game, and they forget about this game and concentrate on the other game. Everton, on the other hand, I mean, they have not won the game, but I don't think they really care. They did not want to win the game. That you could just see the way that they set up, the way that they played. I mean, there was still 15-20 minutes left in the game, and Sean Dyche took off Calvert-Lewin as well. Like he basically, that was especially like in the last 15-20 minutes, they basically did not come out of their half. It was all Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. So you get that was their thinking, that was their plan, that you frustrate the hell out of Chelsea and get a point, don't let them score, and think that they hope that they make one mistake and we are able to take advantage of that. Chelsea did not make any mistakes, so the game basically ends 0-0, and Sean Dyche gets what he wants. Last playing, if you are a manager at a relegation club and you have 2 games away at Chelsea, away at Arsenal, and the next week at home at Chelsea, and somebody tells you that you're not going to lose both of those games, as the manager, you're going to be really really happy about it. And Sean Dyche, you could see how excited he was at the full time himself that they have gotten a point out of this game. So for them, it is 2 important huge points last week against Arsenal and today against Chelsea as well. So they are going to be really 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 happy about it. Yeah. But I still think it's going to be a really, really hard season for Everton. How they cope with it, it's going to be quite interesting, with the new ownership coming in and the way that they are playing football. I really don't think that the new ownership is going to like the way the football is being played. So I don't think Sean Dyche, I think in my opinion, I think he's going to be under scrutiny how he manages to take his team, till the rest of the season. I think it is going to be an interesting time at Everton with the new ownership coming. And if they survive this year, I think you might see Sean Dyche, let go of his job. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Chelsea's performance. As a Chelsea fan, were you happy or were you angry, or do you think like it is one of those days where you just have to pull your head down and just accept it? And Everton fans, what do you think? Do you are you with Sean Dyche till now, or like you really want him out? Let me know in the comment section below. And what about the title race? Do you think Manchester City are out of there? Who do you think is the favorite for the title race at the moment? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the end of this year, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. It is like only 40+ subscribers remaining, and we still have about 8 to 9 days, so there's still chance that we are able to achieve our target. So please go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.